My millionaire boss humiliated me for his favorite employee. He never expected what I handed him. The first time Ethan Michaels called me out in front of the entire office, I thought I could handle it. "Daniel, you can't even get a simple report right. Look at how flawless Rachel's work is. Learn something from her." His words cut deep, but I forced a smile and nodded. Rachel was the golden employee, the one who could do no wrong in his eyes. I, on the other hand, was invisible until I made a mistake, and then, I was the punchline. What Ethan never knew was that I had been working nights at a local diner to support my younger sister through college. Sleep-deprived and stretched thin, I tried to juggle everything quietly. I didn't want anyone's pity, least of all my boss's. So when he mocked me for stumbling over a presentation, or when he paraded Rachel's achievements as if the rest of us didn't matter, I stayed silent. My co-workers pitied me, but I held my head up. I told myself kindness mattered more than recognition. One Friday evening, just before a big contract deadline, Ethan stormed into the office. His voice was sharp. "Rachel stayed until midnight finishing her proposal. Where were you, Daniel? Probably taking it easy again." The truth was, I had been bussing tables until 3 a.m. that morning, then rushed to the office with barely an hour of rest. But I bit my tongue. Explaining myself always felt like making excuses. Then came the breaking point. Ethan called an all-staff meeting. He pulled up 2 reports, Rachel's and mine. He held hers high like a trophy. Perfection. This is what excellence looks like. Then he slammed mine on the table. And this is what mediocrity looks like. Unpolished. Uninspired. If you ever want to keep your job, Daniel, look at Rachel as your standard. My cheeks burned, my chest tight. Everyone stared. I felt like a child being scolded. But I stayed quiet, because I knew something Ethan didn't. Later that week, he announced he'd be reviewing everyone's performance files for promotion. Rachel was the clear favorite, and everyone whispered it was a done deal. I wasn't even in consideration. But then, unexpectedly, the day came when I was asked to meet him in his office. He leaned back in his leather chair, smirking. "Daniel, I suppose you know why you're here. Convince me why I shouldn't replace you with someone who can actually keep up." For a moment, I stared at him. I thought of the countless times I swallowed my pride. Then I reached into my worn-out satchel and handed him a small brown envelope. "Before you decide, please read this." He frowned, tearing it open. Inside was a cashier's receipt and a letter. The receipt showed monthly tuition payments to a university. The letter was from my sister, written in her neat handwriting. It read, "Dear Ethan, you don't know me, but you know my brother. Every late night he spends at the diner, every early morning he drags himself to your office, it's so I can chase my dream of becoming a doctor. He never tells anyone, but I want you to know, his sacrifices are the reason I can study, the reason I still believe in kindness in this world. Please don't mistake his quietness for weakness. He is the strongest person I know." The room went silent. Ethan's smugness faltered. He looked at the letter again, then at me. His voice was quieter. You've been working 2 jobs. And still keeping up here?" I nodded. "Not perfectly, maybe. But I've given my best." For the first time since I had known him, Ethan's eyes softened. He leaned back, letting out a heavy breath. "Daniel, I misjudged you. All this time, I thought effort looked like staying late in this office. But sacrifice, real sacrifice looks very different." From that day forward, everything changed. Ethan didn't just apologize, he began listening. He stopped comparing us, and slowly, he treated the entire team with more respect. Rachel, to her credit, approached me with tears in her eyes. "I never knew," she whispered. "You deserved recognition long before this." Months later, Ethan called the whole team together. To my shock, he announced, "The promotion goes to Daniel." Not because his reports were flawless, but because his perseverance and heart represent the values this company should stand for. Applause filled the room, and for the first time, I didn't feel invisible. Looking back, I realized that what I handed my boss wasn't just a letter, it was a lesson. A reminder that behind every quiet worker, every ordinary face in the crowd, there might be a story of extraordinary sacrifice. And sometimes, the people who seem the weakest are carrying the heaviest loads with silent strength. Ethan once humiliated me in front of everyone. But what he never expected was that my quiet endurance, and my sister's gratitude, would humble him instead. Because in the end, titles and favoritism fade. What lasts is the kindness we give, the sacrifices we make, and the humanity that binds us all together. And sometimes, the very person you look down upon is the one holding the story that can change you forever.